Hey guys, this is Brad with Caprock LLC. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about factoring, which is an alternative form of business financing. Instead of a bank, which will give you a line of credit based upon your equity position and profitability, a factor is going to lend against your customer's credit strength. Typically, a factor will advance to you 80% against your invoices. Your customers will then pay into a lockbox that's serviced by the factor. So let's just say you had an 80% advance against your invoices. At the point where the invoice is paid, you'll have 20% of that invoice that's due back to you minus any fees, which leads into the next question: how much is the cost? Well, that depends quite a bit on how much you want to factor. You can factor anywhere from $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, or even $1 million. Fees typically will be 1.5% to 3% per month. However, you can have $1 million plus factoring credit facility that'll cost you less than 1% a month. So I guess what you have to ask yourself is factoring right for me? And if I were you, I would ask myself some basic questions. First of all, if you have a line of credit, is it enough? Chances are, if you're watching this right now, you're probably capped out on your line, or you may not be able to meet the financial covenants that a bank is going to require of you. If you have good customers that are creditworthy, then yes, in fact, you can factor. So one thing that I would want to make sure of: do I struggle with cash flow, and would it help for me to meet payroll or perhaps buy subsequent inventory to service a backlog of orders? If either one of those are true, factoring could be right for you. What I would also want to make sure of, though, when you talk to the factor, make sure that you discuss your gross profit margin and the factoring fees. We want to make sure that your gross profit margin can sustain the factoring fees, and if they can, in fact, then this is an excellent form of financing for you, and that you can go after that top line growth that you can't otherwise, because the bank line of credit either is unattainable or you're simply maxed out. There are a lot of factors out there to choose from. So when you talk to them, make sure that you get your questions answered. Make sure that you understand all of the structure and all of the pricing. And I hope to hear from you soon. If you have any questions, look us up at caprockllc.com. Thanks.